Imagine a deal where a single night of effort yields the exact same payout as 83 years of continuous, unbroken labor. In the Islamic faith, this foundational promise is known as Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree or the night of power. This night commemorates the exact moment the angel Gabriel first revealed the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad, marking the beginning of the Islamic revelation. The spiritual mechanics are highly specific. Any act of worship performed during these hours, whether it's an earnest prayer, a charitable donation, or a request for forgiveness, acts as a massive multiplier, equivalent to performing that same deed for an entire lifetime. But there is a paradox at the center of the calendar. Despite being the single most valuable date in the faith, its exact location is intentionally hidden. The 1,000 months metric originated when the Prophet's companions expressed concern that they lived shorter lives than previous generations. To ensure they could still accumulate significant spiritual wealth, they were granted this single, heavily weighted window. The math is staggering. One single night of focused action equates to over 30,000 nights of daily worship. This spiritual ROI drives global behavior every year, funneling massive philanthropic giving and intense prayer into a tiny temporal window at the end of Ramadan. For many, the end of the fasting month becomes a high-stakes search for a hidden date. The search follows strict theological parameters. The night occurs within the final 10 days of Ramadan, specifically on an odd-numbered night. While it could fall on the 21st, 23rd, 25th, or 29th, historical hadiths and a broad scholarly consensus point heavily toward the 27th night as the most likely candidate. This consensus is visible in the physical world. On the 27th night, mosques around the globe fill to absolute capacity, with crowds often spilling out into the surrounding streets. Charity surges alongside prayer. Modern automated donation platforms allow users to pre-schedule their giving across the final 10 nights, ensuring their impact lands exactly when the reward is highest. Many believers enter itikaf, a period of spiritual retreat where they stay inside the mosque for the final 10 days to guarantee they are present for the night of power. But because the date is never guaranteed, worshippers also look to the natural environment for confirmation. Beyond the calendar, tradition describes specific environmental shifts that signal the night's arrival. During the night itself, observers look for a sense of immense tranquility, unusually mild weather, and a moon that appears particularly bright. These conditions are tied to the Quranic description of angels descending to earth in massive numbers, bringing a state of absolute security that lasts until dawn. There is also a sign for the following morning. The sun is said to rise without its usual piercing rays, appearing as a soft white disk as the angels ascend back to heaven. While these observations provide a sense of retrospective peace, the core mystery of the night's exact timing remains intact. If Laylatul Qadr is so vital to a believer's salvation, why did God intentionally conceal the date? If the date were printed on a calendar, human nature would treat it as a shortcut, a single spike of isolated worship while surrounding days remain empty. Concealing it forces a spiritual marathon, requiring believers to maintain continuous worship across a full 10-day span. This uncertainty anchors the community, deepening bonds through prolonged collective night prayers rather than a single one-off event. The genius of Laylatul Qadr lies in its concealment. By keeping the date hidden, the focus shifts from a single night of calculation to a 10-day period of sustained sincerity, proving the value is found in the endurance of the pursuit.